Hi everybody, we are finishing up section 3.2 today. So yesterday, as a reminder, we started on 3.2. We learned corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are on the same side of the transversal, either the top or bottom of the parallel lines, both in the same corners. Alternate interior angles, alternate sides of the transversal inside of our parallel lines. Alternate exterior, alternate sides of the transversal outside of the parallel lines, and then consecutive interior or same side interior, same side of the transversal interior to the parallel lines. So all three corresponding alternate interior and alternate exterior, all those are congruent when the lines are parallel. Same side or consecutive interior are supplementary, add up to 180. So we're going to go ahead and practice example 1. Identify each pair of angles corresponding alternate interior, alternate exterior, consecutive interior, vertical, or adjacent. So if we look, what it's asking about is 57 and the question mark. So then it says to find the value of x, which is just our question mark. So if we look at 57 and the question mark, we see our transversal. They're on alternating sides of the transversal. And if we outline our parallel lines, they're on the inside of the parallel lines. So these are alternate interior angles. Now, if we remember, alternate interior angles are congruent. So we know that the question mark, since this angle is 57, that means our question mark is also 57 degrees. All right, so now looking at B, we highlight our transversal. Let's outline our parallel lines. So if you notice, on this one, our question mark and our 52 are on the same side. So when they're on the same side, that narrows it down to either consecutive interior or corresponding. Now, if we look, one is inside the parallel lines, one is outside. They're both on the bottom of the parallel lines. So they're not consecutive interior, they're actually corresponding because they're in the same corners. Now, if we remember, again, corresponding angles are congruent, so that question mark is going to be the same measure as our other angle, and our other angle is 52 degrees, so that question mark is also going to be 52 degrees. All right, now C. Highlighting our transversal, outlining our parallel lines. Okay, this time, again, you guys, they're both on the same side of the transversal, but this time they're both inside of our parallel lines. When they're both inside our parallel lines, that's going to be consecutive interior angles. Now, going back, consecutive interior angles are supplementary. So whatever that question mark is, we'll call it x plus 57 adds up to equal 180 degrees. So I'm going to subtract that 57 on both sides. So then x is equal to 123 degrees. All right, we are going to... So the measure of 3 of the numbered angles is 120 degrees. We're going to identify which of those angles are 120 degrees. So we've got our parallel lines. We've got our transversal. So if we remember back again, you guys, anything that's corresponding, alternate interior, or alternate exterior is all congruent. So anything in those locations is going to be 120. Well, if you look at the 120, it's on top of our parallel lines. Well, if we look at angle 5, that's also on top of our parallel lines, same side. So angle 5 is also going to be 120 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and label angle 5 as 120 degrees. And so if I look at angle 5, you guys, well, alternate interior is also another congruent. So here's my transversal. Angle 4 is at the alternate interior. So angle 4 is also going to be 120 degrees, or is also going to be congruent to angle 5. Now the last one is alternate exterior. So I look back at that 120 from our original, and I look for the alternate, so alternate sides of the transversal, exterior to our parallel lines, and I see angle 8. Alternate exterior is also congruent, so alternate exterior angle 8 also equals 120 degrees. All right, so now we're going to find the value of x. So if I look right now, you guys, 115 and x plus 5 are on alternate sides of the transversal, but they're not alternate exterior, they're not alternate interior, they're not corresponding. So in order to do this problem, we have to first find out what angle 4 is. Well, if you notice, 4 and 115 are vertical angles. So angle 4 is 115 degrees. Now we know that there's a relationship here. These angles are consecutive interior. And we know that consecutive interior are supplementary. So we know that this 115 together plus that x plus 5 adds up to be 180 degrees. All right, so we combine our like terms. 115 and 5 is 120 plus x equals 180 minus 120 on both sides. So our x is going to be 60 degrees. Finding the value of x, all done. Okay, going on to example 4. This angle and this angle are same side exterior. The problem is, you guys, same side exterior, we don't have a relationship for that. But if I look at angle 1, these guys are a linear pair, 1 and 136. So in order to find angle 1, I know angle 1 and 136 add up to 180, so I can subtract off 136. So angle 1 equals 44 degrees. So let's go back and plug that in. So I know that angle 1 is 44 degrees because those are a linear pair, 1 and 136. Now I look, you guys, well, 44, 7x plus 9, those are alternate exterior angles. Alternate exterior angles are congruent or equal. So I know that 7x plus 9 has to equal that 44 degrees. Minus 9 on both sides, so 7x equals 35. Divide by 7. So x is equal to 5 here. All right, looking at example 5. This angle and this angle are same side interior. Same side interior are supplementary. So together, x plus 75 plus x plus 125 adds up to equal 180 degrees. So on this, we're going to combine our like terms. X plus x is 2x. 75 and 125 is 200 equals 180 minus 200 on both sides. 2x equals negative 20. Divide by 2. X equals negative 10. All right, so let's see if we did it. Let's check our answer. Well, negative 10 plus 75 is 65. Negative 10 plus 125 is 115. Supplementary, yep, they add 165 and 115 add up to 180 degrees. All right, so 2 more examples. We're going to find all the angle measures. So we are told that this is 65. Well, if I look, angle 8 is a vertical angle. Vertical angles are congruent, so I know angle 8 is 65 degrees. Well, then I see that 65, that angle 8, and that angle 2 are alternate interior angles. So angle 2 is also 65 degrees. And vertical again, you guys, angle 4 is also 65 degrees. And if we just double check, you guys, 65 and this 65 out here, alternate exterior, well, those are congruent, so perfect. All right, now let's find angle 1. Well, we've got a linear pair. So 180 minus 65 is going to be 115 degrees. Vertical with 115 is 3, so that's also going to be 115 degrees. And then if we look at this 115 and this 5, those are alternate interior, so they're congruent, so angle 5 is also 115 degrees. And then angle 7 and angle 5 are also vertical angles, so angle 7 is also going to be 115 degrees. And if we look, angle 3 and angle 7 are corresponding, so they're congruent, or angle 7 and angle 1 or alternate exterior, again congruent. So there's different ways to do example 6. All right, example 7. The measure of angle 3, we're going to put it in here as 68, so we're going to diagram it. We're going to draw it on our diagram. Angle 8 is 2x plus 4. Okay. What is the value of x? So it tells you our lines are parallel. So we look at 2x minus 4, but there's no relationship yet with 68 because they're same side exterior. But I know if I can find angle 1, then I've got alternate exterior. Or if I can find angle 4, then I've got corresponding. So let's find angle 4. Well, angle 4 and angle 3 are a linear pair. And a linear pair is supplementary. So I know 4 and 3 add up to 180, so 180 minus 68 is going to be 112 degrees. So angle 4 is 112. Well, now angle 4 and angle 8 are in corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are congruent. So 2x plus 4 has to equal 112 degrees. Minus 4 on both sides, so 2x equals 108. Divide by 2, so x is equal to 54 degrees. All right, please let me know if you have any questions.